So it is a beautiful morning here at Trona Pinnacles, and we're going to create some images and then cut it back a little to the right. Hey there, I'm Peter Holcombe.
And I'm Kathy Holcombe, and we travel in a Winnebago Revel. We started this adventure 10 years ago when Peter and I were on assignment photographing in Moab. We were driving home to basically mow the lawn and do the laundry and then head back out on the next assignment. And on the way home, I was like, man, I really don't want to go home. We just wanted to stay and climb in Utah. And I was like, what if we didn't have to go home? We just kept going from assignment to assignment and lived on the road full time. And Peter was like, oh no, that's crazy. You can't do that. That's totally irresponsible. That idea kind of stuck, and we started talking about it more and more. And over the course of about 6 months, we decided that maybe it was possible to live full-time on the road. And about a year later, we sold our house in Boulder, Colorado, loaded up our daughter and our business in a Winnebago View, and hit the road. And 10 years later, we're still going strong. The whole reason we wanted to go was Peter and I have traveled extensively since we were 18 together. And we'd been all these amazing places, and we'd been climbing and kayaking all around the world. And we wanted to show that to our daughter, Abby.
After about 6 years of traveling North America, we decided that we wanted to expand our range a little bit and do more international travel. So we physically downsized into the Revel so we could ship our vehicle to Europe. And in 2019, we did a 20-plus country tour of Europe over 6 months and went all over Europe kayaking and exploring and just had an amazing trip. So I've been a professional photographer for the last 20 years. We've transitioned over the years, from originally I shot adventure sports, a lot of rock climbing and snowboarding and ice climbing, and then transferred into more wedding and portrait work when we had a mortgage and a house. And after a couple of years, we morphed into shooting more travel. Okay, just hold tight. Come to the bottom of the hill, turn around, and then I'll have you just, at first, slowly come up the hill.
Okay.
We'll shoot that, and we'll figure that out, and then once we get that... Some of these travel brands that came to us to photograph the things that we were doing, the whitewater kayaking, they came to us and they said, gosh, you guys are doing all these fun things. Can you include yourselves in these pictures? And that was kind of blew me away, really, because I've always photographed other people. So we kind of turned the camera introspectively and filmed us doing the things that we do on a normal basis, which is a lot of whitewater kayaking and then just going to all these amazing places. So it is a beautiful morning here at Trona Pinnacles, and we're going to create some images just using my van today to show kind of what it's like in this unique landscape, and hopefully inspire other people to come out here and check it out too.
I'm going to give it just another second to defrost, but I'm getting close.
All right, thank you. Okay, hold tight. Light is just kicked in, so we want to go kind of quick, but let me just get the camera ready. Go kind of to the left of the road. I've been a climber all my life and done lots of rock climbing, ice climbing, mountaineering. And I was on a climbing trip to Moab, Utah. My friend is talking about these rapids that we're looking down on and about his kayaking. And that kind of piqued my interest. And then he told me that you can actually surf a wave in the river in a kayak. And that blew my mind. And I was like, I need to try that. I want to feel that feeling of what it's like to surf a wave in the river in a kayak. The next summer we were in Oregon climbing at Smith Rock outside of Bend. And so we went in this little river shop that rented rafts. As I walked in the corner of the store was this red kayak. And I was like, I want to rent that. How much is that? And the guy reluctantly rented it to me because I had very little experience. I had paddled a little bit, canoes and things. And I went down the McKenzie River, and honestly, I just fell in love with the idea of being able to travel down a wild river in a small little boat and go see incredible things in the process.
Go on up to the top again?
Yeah, go up to the top, and I'm going to get you going and try to get dust both ways. So traveling over the years in all sorts of vehicles, from our first overland rig was a Honda Civic with a Rubbermaid box strapped to the roof, all the way through Toyota pickups and then into vans and things. This one allows me to work just like I did in my studio in Boulder, Colorado. I finally have a big monitor, I have computer power, I have my RAID hard drives, I've got ability to do backups, and it is finally a really efficient, easy way for me to work from virtually anywhere.
You know, I think just as a family, when we had our house, you know, we were shooting weddings on the weekend, Abby was at school during the week, and we were just all kind of scattered all over the place, running in different directions all the time. And when we moved into the RV, we were together all the time. I think that really changes the dynamic from the normal American family. And that was a really incredible thing. We got to be there, we got to just kind of guide her a lot more than a typical kid.
And she became, you know, now is a reigning world champion kayaker. So I think that all these little steps that we took along the way have changed us all in profound ways.
We didn't always do it perfectly, but she loves it. She's getting her own van and she's continuing on in this lifestyle. So I think we did a good job. When we started out, we never could have planned where we are right now. Like, it was beyond our wildest dreams that living and making a living and traveling to all of our favorite places and the blending of work and play, it's really hard to tell the difference between any of it. I think, you know, looking forward, who knows what's going to happen 5 years down the road? We can't even imagine it yet. We just keep showing up and saying yes and doing our best, and it just keeps getting better and better.